The topic of this video is staying grounded in a dream reality. When a lot of people wake up to what this world is and they see that we have been in an illusion and things are not what they seem, it gets quite intense and life becomes a dream. And there will be times in your life where you may not be doing the right things for yourself, or you may be just doing too much. And you get to a point where you enter the dream state. You enter in a different way of thinking, a different frequency of thinking. It is incredible how we can put ourselves in that place mentally when things start to feel turbulent, when anxiety hits you, or when you feel overstimulated and you're hyper aware of what is going on. And the whole feeling I am describing is derealization, when you start to detach from this reality because you are so all over the place mentally. I don't want to say that you're screwed up or there's something wrong with you, but that's what it feels like in the moment. You may feel like there is something wrong with you and that it's something in your mind, but sometimes it really is with your nervous system, your entire body, and it requires that you get back to this earth. You have to get grounded. And sometimes we put ourselves in positions where we simply aren't allowing ourselves to come back to this reality because we're in the wrong situations, the wrong place at the wrong time, with the wrong things in our body or the wrong thoughts in our mind. And we tend to overthink. Now, it's not really that it's the wrong place at the wrong time. It's really all there for you. It's all serving you. The whole experience is very important. So understand that it's all going to serve you at the end of the day. So there's really no need in worrying about what is going on internally or even externally. You have to be able to get into the present moment and just kind of drift through the dream state, because it can be intense when you feel like you're in the Truman Show and nobody else is consciously aware of who they are or why they're here or whatever. You know, everybody thinks differently. Not everybody's here to be a spiritual person or somebody who thinks really introspectively. Not everybody's here to wake up. Not everybody's here to think like a crazy genius. And I'm not saying that's how I think, but that's what it feels like in your own body, in your own perception. You feel like a genius. You feel like you have things together. And when you realize that you don't have things together, but you trust that things will work out, that's the happy medium of enlightenment. It's not about being better than the next person. It's not about trying to say you know more than somebody or your way is better than somebody's or people are this and that. You can't really put names or titles on certain people just because they live a different way than you. They're meant to live that way here, and they're meant to wake up at a certain time. And people do get trapped. People seriously do get trapped, but it has nothing to do with you. Don't let the pain of other people, don't let the problems of other people become the catalyst that causes you this anxiety, this fear, this doubt within, because it's here to teach you. People are here to teach you. Everybody has a different experience that you can learn from, and you just must take it without judgment. So remember that if you want to be grounded in this reality, you have to know that you're a sovereign being. You do what you want to do. Everybody else is in their own world. It doesn't mean that you're superior. It doesn't mean that people aren't going through things because you can't feel what they are feeling. And sometimes you do feel what they're feeling. But remember, it is all okay if you have anxiety, panic, derealization, or you don't have it figured out and you're just worrying about how things are going to come to you. You have to get back into this reality. The best way to do it is doing what feels natural to you or what puts you in your comfort place. For me, it may be out in this park, or it may be in a dark room with a candle lit and some Palo Santo lit with some calming music and no external stimulation. The only stimulation is the smell of that Palo Santo, the flame lit, and then the natural music, actual handpan music, flute music, sometimes the 432 hertz music that you don't know who created it. It could be electronically, it could be AI, and that doesn't matter as long as it's tuned to what it is. But I really do prefer something that's really natural. And I'm in my space alone understimulated or at a comfortable level of stimulation that makes me feel like I am coming back in touch with reality. Sometimes you may be out and about with people. You may be at the bar. You may be at a sports game and you're there. You made the conscious choice to be there, and now you're just stuck there and you're scared to leave. And your body wants to run because of the fight or flight mechanism where everything is intense, and you may go into that panic mode and then start to detach from reality and feel like you are sinking and you're in a dream state and you have no control. You lose full control. And you know the intensity of it if you've ever experienced the panic after the anxiety sets in. A lot of people do not express how this feels. Maybe you can research on Google what it feels like. They'll tell you, but not too many people are going to come out and tell you their firsthand experiences. The things I'm mentioning are things that I go through. And this is why it's so important to stay grounded in this reality. Get back to what is real. And you can enjoy the fruits of this life. Don't think that a certain thing is necessarily good or bad for you. Enjoy it for what it is. You may have things that you really enjoy doing, like smoking some weed and just whatever substance. I'm not even going to get into it. Last video, I explained a little bit about that. And I knew it was something that wasn't well-directed, well-spoken, but I uploaded it either way. I'm not going to let my doubts creep in. I'm not going to let my insecurity of not making the best video pull me back or hold me back. And one thing that really stuck out to me was this comment. It wasn't a big video or anything. It doesn't even matter if it's big or not. But one commenter came through, and no profile picture, weird name, and they just said something about my mumblings. People shouldn't listen to my mumblings, and I need to go to a therapy if I really want help because it's just nonsensical and it is YouTube vomit. I was like, damn, that low-key fucking hurt. And I was pondering on it for a little while. And as an overthinker, as somebody who just kind of gets into those thoughts, is just like, damn, that kind of struck me. And then I realized, like, it doesn't matter. For all I know, that could just be a bot, or it could be Agent Smith in the Matrix trying to hold me back from serving humanity and fulfilling my purpose, my duties as a spiritual being, having a human experience, or just my soul's mission, doing what I love to do, even if it doesn't feel right in the moment, even if I know it may not be the best video, but it's to help you guys. It's to help myself, because as within, so without. But back to the topic at hand. We're talking about staying grounded in this reality, not what people say. But sometimes what people can say can take you out of this reality, can take you out of your soul's purpose and take you out of alignment. And that's where a lot of the derealization comes from. That's where a lot of the panic, anxiety, ailments, all that stuff comes from, is just your lifestyle, the inputs that you are, or the outputs that you're putting within and putting so much importance on, thinking that it is something that is wrong with you. And when people say something about you, you take it too serious. Don't take it serious. Everybody has their own opinion. People are going to say things about you, but they don't know you. They don't feel what you feel. They may have similar experiences. They may have felt the panic, the anxiety, the derealization, and can relate, but they don't know your thoughts. They don't know who you are. They don't know your true mission and what you're here to do. And they may hate on you. They may doubt you. Shit, they may love you for all I know and support you through the whole way, but that support that you're getting is just only fueling your ego. It shouldn't fuel your ego. It should fuel your real growth as a human. And you should be able to use that to stay grounded in this reality, knowing that you have a purpose. Because without purpose, you are just lost. So remember that you have to be grounded in this reality. For all I know, you are not even worried about groundedness. And you may not be worried about it, so it keeps you grounded. And that's good. That's a good way to think about it. Because people who just wake up and learn so much and put importance onto the fact that they have to stay grounded or they have to be a certain way, takes them away from the beauty of this reality for what it is. You're not always meant to be going into a different dimension. You're not always supposed to be thinking about the esoterics of this world and how deep the shit gets. Like, you could be somebody who believes that this earth is flat and has a dome above it, and there's a firmament, and the sun and moon aren't really what they say it is. And when you get into too deep of introspection and you feel like people can't relate to it, and you feel like you know the answers, that will cause problems within. And it can take you out of this reality. But remember, you are here. You are here for a reason. You have to remind yourself that. You have to remember that if there is any internal fear or internal turbulence, that it's all to serve you. It is all for a greater purpose than you can even imagine. So if you're going through something, whether it be overthinking, the turbulence of every day, or anything, if you're going through anything presents itself, remember that it's happening for you and not to you. This is how we can really stay in the present. This is how we can stay grounded in reality and avoid being sunken into the dream state. Oh, yeah, man, these frisbee golfers out here and stuff want to throw shit, and there's nothing wrong with it. But man, I'm taking my walk, just doing kind of what nature intends me to do, rather than throwing a piece of plastic into a little metallic net. Good for them. It's very fun. It is very good times. But man, sometimes it just gets in the way of the walking. But you see how it sometimes happens to us? We think that people are trying to get in our way, or people are trying to do something against us. It's not that they're doing anything against us. They're just in their own reality doing what they have to do. I could think about them and how toxic the game is, or how it's ruining people's spirituality, but it doesn't matter. They're out there having fucking fun. And I could be the one having no fun because I'm worried about what they're doing. Focus on you if you want to stay grounded. Because when you start focusing on other people and other circumstances and things that go down, you enter the dream state. You see that you're bringing yourself into delusion. Don't do yourself wrong like that. And don't even listen to me. I know I'm giving you guys recommendations and telling you what you can do and how you can do it. You don't have to take my advice. But what I'm saying is definitely something that has helped me as somebody who has a sensitive nervous system, a very sensitive person, and certain things that go on, or the knowledge that I've already obtained that we don't know if it's true or not, it can just fuck with me. So don't let it fuck with you, because it shouldn't matter. What should matter is your purpose in staying in alignment and realizing that there are ways to find groundedness and trusting in yourself, a higher power, the creator, the universe, God, whatever the name is for it, for you. But I'm going to finish out this walk. I think I've had enough said. It's nothing that is methodical and structured out to tell you guys how to do it, step A, B, and C, but it's something that could be very relatable to you, and a few little breadcrumbs and tips or hints at what you could do to help yourself come back to what this reality is. Because you're always going through it. You're always doing what you need to do here, whether or not you think you are or not. So stay focused on yourself and realize that the things that happen to you are happening for you, and there are ways to find groundedness. Focus on your breath, focus on doing something that is natural, and focus on sharing your gifts with the world and loving the people around you. Stay as positive as you possibly can. If negativity comes through, let it flow through you and learn from it. You can do it on both sides of the scale. But here we are, another video on a beautiful sunny day with chemtrails in the sky that have kind of spread and done their thing. So, no chemtrails, just earlier chemtrails. Peace.